Okay. Hopefully everything is fixed now. I'm just gonna get right back into it. The end is loading. Uh, that's good. Oh, welcome back. Thank you. I didn't actually beat the
All
game
of his
yet.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Yes, they're
Stanley
gone.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Meeting
missed a
room.
memo.
Um, actually, it's kind of quiet now. What the heck? Oh yeah, I guess. Um, maybe I should just start all over again. Right. Okay. I'll just, yeah. I forgot about that. I'll just let the cutscene play.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation.
Oh my
Something was
god.
very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What could
All of his
possibly have
co-workers were
happened?
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
Sure, that wasn't
co-workers.
important. Ah, well, lovely void today. Where is everybody?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait, his left or my left? I guess it's not all that different. Ha, Homestuck number. The void is looking lovely today.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I love flowcharts. This closet sure does have a broom in it. Wasn't lying.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
upstairs.
boss's office.
Executive bathroom. This bathroom is rather executive. Where's my reflection? Hello?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Boss!
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What
I'm the
dark
boss
secret
now.
was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth
This
that his
keypad?
boss had been keeping
Oh, that's
from
a keyboard.
him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Two.
But of course, Stanley couldn't
5.
possibly have known this.
Oops. This thing is hard to type on. 2, 5, 8. No, wait.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
There we go.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh my god. That's quite the door. Hello? Hello.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
It's
It
just
was
a vertigo.
stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Yeah, that's
Why
vertigo.
did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Never been in an
This
elevator
question
before.
would not go unanswered for long.
Well, yeah. This is the elevator. Duh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh my god. Is he being mind controlled this whole time? No way. Press button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Oh my god.
Did he have the strength to find out?
No, probably not. It is pretty impressive, though.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true
Fried.
nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The
Oh my
lives of so
God.
many individuals reduced to
can't
images
believe
on a
there's
screen,
so many.
and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Or 427. It's me. It's my room. What? Man, go up.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Couldn't
Had Stanley
possibly
really
be
been under
allowed
someone's
to
control all this
exist.
time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
Probably.
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
5. What is this, Incredibles? Mind controls idle, awaiting input. Power on... Wait. On... Wait. How does that make any sense? Is the power on and I'm turning it off? What state is it in right now? Well, I guess it says it's idle. So turning it on would activate the mind control again? No, I can't. I mustn't. This has to come to an end. Is that it? What now?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Wow.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Where did everyone go?
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For
Yeah.
it was not
Yeah, who
knowledge or even
cares?
power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No
Wow.
longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Wow.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Wow. I'm happy for him. Do we get to see what he does? What? No? Whoa. That's it? Well, I'm not sure why I need to keep going. I already finished. Well, that was fun. I'm not really sure what the hype was about, but yeah, I guess we beat the game. So I'll see you guys next stream. Hello. Hello, everyone. Uh, I'm Izumi, your everyday time traveling rat, and today we're playing Stanley's Parable to. Oh, to. Wait. I thought it was this. It is the Stanley Parable. I thought it was Stanley's. Well, um, I literally don't know anything about this game. Some of my friends recommended it to me. They said it was really funny, so I got it. It literally just came out today, so let's just get started. Hello, everyone. It's nice
This
to
is
see.
the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh. Stanley. Is he flat?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
It's a pretty good
Employee
number.
number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him
that sounds
through a
like
monitor
fun.
on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Ah,
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
no.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his
That does
wits and
sound pretty
regained
shocking.
his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
My coworkers. Where is everyone?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't
sure that
find
wasn't
a
important.
trace of his co-workers.
Ooh, a lovely void we're in. Is that solitaire? I hate Mondays. I hope it isn't a Monday in here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait, his left or my left? Although I guess the two aren't all that different. Homestuck number. Ha 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 ha. Comedy. Oh, lovely, lovely void today.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I love flowcharts. Well, there sure is a broom in here. Name wasn't lying.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Oh,
boss's
upstairs.
office.
Beautiful. Executive bathroom. This bathroom does look pretty executive. Where's my reflection? Hello?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication
Boss?
of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody.
I'm the boss. I'm the
He
boss
began
now.
wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's
This
desk.
keypad?
What could its purpose
Oh, this is a
be?
keyboard.
In fact, this
You can tell by
keypad
the
guarded the
sounds.
terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of
Two?
course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Whoops. 2. There we go.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
That's a big door. Huh? This place kind of looks like Portal.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind can escape. Eh. I'm sure it's not that important. Press button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Oh my god.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Bhutan.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
No.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
There it is. There's me. It's my office. Bhutan.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this
No.
time? Was this the only
No.
reason he was happy with
cannot
his boring
be.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't know, it sounded like a pretty fun job to me.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Never.
It was unthinkable.
Stanley
Wasn't
would
it?
never be
Was it even
controlled by
possible?
anyone else.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Five. Mind controls idle. Is this The Incredibles? What is going on here? System.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put
Wait.
an end to this horrible
Power
place
off.
and to
Is
everything
it, wait,
stood
is it on
for.
or off right now? That doesn't make any sense. I guess it's idle? Huh. We must destroy it.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had
Yay!
defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay
Puzzles?
unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Who
For
cares?
it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Yay!
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Wow. I'm happy for him. Do we get to see what happens afterwards? Does he like go to the store, or is there anyone else out there? No? Huh. Well, we beat the game. So, I'm not sure if there's anything else to do here. But that was fun, I guess. I don't know why people were hyping it up so much. But, well, I guess I'll see you guys next stream. Hello, everyone. I'm Izumi, your everyday time traveling garret, and today I'm playing Stanley's Parable. Wait, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I thought it was called Stanley's. Uh, I literally don't know anything about this game. Um, some friends recommended it to me, so I picked it up. I don't really know what it's about, but it just came out today, so let's just get started.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley. Was he flat?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
That's a pretty good number.
Job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
That sounds like
This
fun.
is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
Whoops. Oh, I skipped the rest of the story. What? Hang on. What am I doing? I skipped the story. What's happening?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Co-workers?
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, meeting
No
room.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Let me in.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the
Yes,
office.
I will touch
but it didn't make
everything.
a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
No? Well, I guess I'll just go to the meeting room. Oh, what a lovely void. It's the best place for a, Whoops. Well, I'm sure that wasn't important. Is that solitaire? Why are all these doors locked? I'm sure there's probably some explanation. A party? Yeah, we gotta go get that pizza.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a
Achievement?
door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20
What?
times.
For the
I would say
door?
that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Which door? Mine? One of these has got to open it eventually, right?
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing
Well,
true
maybe they
effort for
don't.
a noble
I can't even
cause.
close doors either.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
On what? I still don't know what you're talking about. What a weird game. I hate Mondays. I sure hope it isn't a Monday today.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What is this guy's obsession with doors? Wait, what did he say? I wasn't paying attention.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Well,
Perhaps
we're
he
going to
wanted
get
stop by the
pizza.
employee lounge first.
Yeah,
just
see,
to
pizza.
admire.
Yeesh, these doors really are all locked.
Yes,
Oh,
truly a room worth admiring.
this
It
is
had really been
fantastic.
worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood
This
here,
this
drinking it all
step
in.
is very dangerous. Are you kidding me? Look how that's like a foot. You step off that, you're gonna fall over. You try to step up that, you're also going to fall
Yes,
over.
really
Like
worth it being
this
here in the room.
this room is not very
So
comfortable at
utterly
all. Look at all this
captivating
empty
that even
space.
though all your co-workers have
What
mysteriously
are you
vanished,
talking about?
here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth.
Look at that two mug. We'll put a mug on the floor. This is
At this point,
This is terrible.
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
look. It's not my fault.
possible
This room
that
is
this is
terribly
why everyone
designed.
left.
Keep dry. I'm surprised there's not a coffee mug on that too.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
Amazing.
Took
More
the
like
first open door on his
safety
left
hazard.
to get back to business.
What? I can interact with the door. Wow. Can I close this one? I can close this one too. Wow. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. That's an Ezumi wisdom right there.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible
What?
he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, was I supposed to go the other way? Oh. Well. A2. I prefer A7. Do not to jump from the cargo lift.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Hmm?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Well,
There's
yeah,
someone
apparently
you've
all
been
my coworkers
neglecting,
are missing.
Stanley. Someone
Not
you've
that I know
forgotten
anything about them.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking
Okay,
for me,
okay.
I'm asking for her.
What? There is another character in this story? Well, that's the first
This is
I've
it,
heard.
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
What? Who? My mom? These doors are weird.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Hello? Mom? Is that you?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Mom?
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Hi.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
What?
They want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside.
I see the mannequin.
Let me show you what's really going on here.
Can we leave?
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh. Well, what story do you want to tell?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh. Death of a sales Stanley? Plus,
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Well, we're getting existential now. Okay.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's
Did you
going
tell me to eat
home.
lunch?
Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Oh, well, they did say please, so.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
The void is looking lovely
Fantastic
tonight.
discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Would that be that exciting?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls.
Oh, that sounds
Down
like
another
fun.
was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another
What?
was a game with a baby.
Why
And
would
he
you-
called it the Stanley Parable.
Stanley's Parable.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he
Answers?
played just one more time.
Is that what we're looking for here?
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more
I'll
he
put this
forgets
chair
which
here.
life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but
What?
an observer.
Which world?
That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
I'm sorry,
He won't
what?
listen to
What
me.
were we
He won't
talking
stop.
about again?
Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I mean, we'll be here for a while. But, there's only so long you can just sit here without moving forwards, Mr. Narrator. Regardless of who's in control of it. $427. Interesting choice. No? You're just doing the waiting game? Well, you're right. I don't have the patience.
See?
You win.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I
am?
get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Well, do you have a mirror? I can do it then.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. and I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And
Did I die? Am I dead? Is Stanley dead? Well, that wasn't very satisfying.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it
At the
mean?
beginning again.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, okay, since you were so insistent last time. I hate Mondays.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ha, Homestuck. I'm a comedian. The void is looking lovely tonight.
Yet there was not a single person here.
No,
either.
not here
Feeling a wave
either.
of disbelief,
No way.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, I love flowcharts. What? These doors are weird. Yeah, there is a broom in there. The sign ain't laying. Welcome
Coming
back.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Oh,
boss's
upstairs.
office.
Beautiful. Ah. Executive bathroom. This bathroom is pretty executive. Where's my reflection? You told me to look at myself. How am I supposed to do that? Hello? Oh. Can I leave? Huh? Why are these pages glowing? I feel like I've heard this song before. At least he's enjoying himself. Where are we now? Close the door behind yourself.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere.
Boss?
Could he really be
Oh, are
all
we looking
alone?
for our boss?
This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for
forgetting
any
what
man
we're
to
doing.
take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans.
Oh, don't be
half
so
sobs,
emotional.
The guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason
Seen
to keep
this
going.
before?
Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no
This
man
keypad?
could ever hope to guess it.
Oh, that's a keyboard.
2845. Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly.
I mean, that's only 1 in 10,000.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the
Amazing.
newly opened passageway.
Wow. What's back here? Another elevator? Oh. Whoops.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that?
What?
When he knew
Why
that
did
he
I-
could just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Oh. Do I have to sit through another loading screen? So is this just back here? Can I go back down? Oh, I broke it. Whoops.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office.
Am
Exactly
I the
way
boss
it was
now?
before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is.
Sorry,
What a
I got
decision
turned
you've
around a
made
bit.
to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story
Let's
in
see.
new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have.
What?
An
But it
incisive
was right
rapid fire
before.
of critical plot points, one after the
Yes,
other.
I am-
weaving a rich tapestry
I
of
am the master of
uncompromising
storytelling.
Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Bolt? You should. That sounds uncomfortable. Can I go back down? Is there anything to do up here? Okay, thank you.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Right? I'm a genius.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Yeah. This kind of reminds me of Portal.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control. Escape? Eh. This sounds cooler. Press button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
What?
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind
Was
control
that supposed to
facility.
happen?
Welcome. You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting
Huh?
to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you
Oh,
all sent us
that's
lots of photos of it on
cool.
Twitter and acted very superior about it.
Well,
And
yes,
you're
they should
all
have.
Very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway,
Yeah,
when it came
very
time
clever.
to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the
New
mind
content?
control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these
Oh,
updates.
this is
Isn't
the
that
end of
what
the
you
game?
crave? New content? Always
what?
more content, more content, more.
I've
more.
literally just started
I'm here to
playing
do
this
it.
game.
I'm
What are
here
you
to make it
talking
seem
about?
Like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs.
I
How
do
about
like
this?
secrets
We wrote a
and
new
Easter
piece
eggs.
of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Wow.
Good job. You did it. Good job. 3, 2, mind control facility. Jumped on the catwalk.
I'm great. I'm so good at this game.
Should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending.
Beautiful.
I believe in
I
you.
did it.
I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything.
Yeah.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
I did it.
Good job, you did it.
I did it.
You did it. Good job, 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 you did it.
Oh, was that it? Is that it? Did I beat the game? Huh. Well, that was weird. Well, that was an interesting game. I'm not really sure what the hype was about. That was kind of weird. But well, I guess that's it. I'll see you guys next stream. Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm Izumi, your everyday time traveling rat, and today we're playing Stanley's Parable to. Oh, to. Wait. I thought it was this. It is the Stanley Parable. I thought it was Stanley's. Well, I literally don't know anything about this game. Some of my friends recommended it to me. They said it was really funny, so I got it. It literally just came out today, so let's just get started. Hello, everyone. It's nice
This
to
is
see.
the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh. Stanley. Is he flat?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
It's a pretty good
Employee
number.
number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders
Ooh,
came to him
that sounds
through a
like
monitor
fun.
on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Well, that
And
sounds like
although
fun.
others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Aw.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his
That does
wits and
sound pretty
regained
shocking.
his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
My coworkers. Where is everyone?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't
sure that
find
wasn't
a
important.
trace of his co-workers.
Ooh, a lovely void we're in. Is that solitaire? I hate Mondays. I hope it isn't a Monday in here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait, his left or my left? Although I guess the two aren't all that different. Homestuck number. Ha 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 ha. Comedy. Oh, lovely, lovely void today.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I love flowcharts. Well, there sure is a broom in here. Name wasn't lying.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Oh,
boss's
upstairs.
office.
Beautiful. Executive bathroom. This bathroom does look pretty executive. Where's my reflection? Hello?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication
Boss?
of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody.
I'm the boss. I'm the
He
boss
began
now.
wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's
This
desk.
keypad?
What could its
Oh,
purpose
this is a
be?
keyboard.
In fact, this
You can tell by
keypad
the
guarded the
sounds.
terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of
Two?
course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Whoops. 2. There we go.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
That's a big door. Huh. This place kind of looks like Portal.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind can escape. Eh. I'm sure it's not that important. Press button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Oh my god.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
No.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
There it is. There's me. It's my office. Bhutan.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this
No.
time? Was this the only
No.
reason he was happy with
Cannot
his boring
be.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't know. It sounded like a pretty fun job to me.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Never.
It was unthinkable.
Stanley
Wasn't
would
it?
never be
Was it even
controlled by
possible?
anyone else.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Five. Mind controls idle. Is this the Incredibles? What is going on here?
And when at
System.
last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put
Wait.
an end to this horrible
Power
place
off?
and to
Is it,
everything
wait, is
stood
it on
for.
or off right now? That doesn't make any sense. I guess it's idle? Huh. We must destroy it.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had
Yay!
defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay
Puzzles?
unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Who
For
cares?
it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Yay!
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Wow. I'm happy for him. Do we get to see what happens afterwards? Does he like go to the store, or is there anyone else out there? No? Huh. Well, we beat the game. So, I'm not sure if there's anything else to do here. But that was fun, I guess. I don't know why people were hyping it up so much. But, well, I guess I'll see you guys next stream. Hello, everyone. I'm Ezumi, your usual everyday time traveling rat, and today we're playing the Stanley Parable. Wait. Oh, wait, no, it is called the Stanley Parable. Huh, I thought it was... literally don't know anything about this game. Some friends recommended it to me. They said it was like really funny or something. Like so I picked it up. I don't know. It literally just came out today. So let's get started.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley. Was he flat?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
That's a pretty good
Employee
number.
number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
That sounds like a
came
fun
to him
time.
through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy.
Wow, I'm happy for him.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
The
Something he
Stanley
would never
Parable.
quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Where is
Never
everybody?
in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to
Terrifying.
his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What a nice rig we have. What is this? Oh, I can crouch. I hate Mondays. What? Who put these filing cabinets here? Like, how am I supposed to reach those back there? Who did this? Like, this one's fine, but these back here? Like, that one in the corner? How am I supposed to get to that? Sharp. Well, I guess my pencils are already sharpened, so. Whoops.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing
Yeah,
will
we'll
break
be
me.
fine in
In
here,
here
I
can be happy
guess.
forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days.
Huh.
Had years
I can
gone
walk through
by?
my chair now.
He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
Is that how that
Eventually,
works?
someday, they would arrive.
We're looking for
Soon,
answers?
very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
Uh-huh.
Now it's even closer.
Uh-huh.
Here it comes.
Uh-huh. Huh? Was that... Whoop.
But Stanley simply couldn't
Oh.
handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision?
Whoops.
What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that.
I guess
No.
that's the game.
This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself,
Well, let's just start over. Okay. Actually leave the leave this time. How do these doors even lock?
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm sure there wasn't
No
anything
matter
important.
how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Ooh. We're up in a lovely void. Is that solitaire? What a mess. I hate Mondays. Me too.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait, his left or my left? I guess there's not that much difference. Homestuck number. Ha ha ha. I'm a comedian. The void is looking lovely today.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Our boss. Who's our boss? I love pie charts. Well, there definitely is a broom in there. The name ain't lying.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Oh,
boss's
upstairs.
office.
Beautiful. Executive bathroom. This bathroom does look pretty executive. Where's my reflection? Stanley. Hello? Oh. Huh. Oh. Well, that was quick.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Boss?
What could
Where'd
it
the
mean,
boss?
he wondered. Desperate
I'm
for
the boss
answers,
now.
he began turning the room over looking for clues that might unravel the situation, until at last he discovered a keypad behind the boss's desk.
This keypad?
But alas, no code.
No,
For
that's a
this
keyboard.
keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet, and so the boss had assigned
Hello?
it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course,
8,
Stanley
4,
couldn't
5.
possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Oh my
Amazing.
god.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Going down. This place looks kind of like Portal.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Nah. I'm sure there's nothing important. Bhutan.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Press Bhutan.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
So many
Stanley's
employees.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
There's me. 427. There's my office. Wow. Press the button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring
No.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept
I
it
don't know, it sounded
blindly?
pretty funny to me. There sure are a lot of employees here. Or like 600 something. Six hundred and 601. Huh? These doors would crash into the railing. Press button. See, I deactivated it. That wasn't so hard. Secrets mode activated. I'm the best at this game. Secrets from 2014, my favorite.
No, he refused to believe. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly
Maybe I should have
spent
stayed
his
there.
entire life utterly blind to the world?
Huh? Oh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Where's
Happy
Bhutan?
or sad or content. Walking, eating.
Man, I
working,
would have just do
all of it
more.
monitored
Get
and
the go back
commanded
to
from
the
this
secret
very place.
room.
And as the
That was
cold
that
reality of his
place was
past
hopping,
began to sink in,
right?
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again
Ugh.
exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would
The,
dismantle
like,
the
the
controls
rainbow
once
text,
and for all.
like the music, fantastic. Like, what does this place have? It's just a big computer. It's so dark in here. How am I supposed to see anything?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the
I turned on. I wanted to turn on the
They
lights.
kept you enslaved all these years. You go
What?
and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is
Yeah,
that what
I
you
wanted
wanted?
to turn.
Control?
Control. Control's a good
Stanley,
game.
I applaud your
I need to
effort,
finish
really
that
do.
one.
But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off.
Oh, since
and
when have I
leave.
done what I was
If you
supposed
want
to?
to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Wow.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event
Oh
that this
my
machine is
God.
activated without proper DNA identification,
No way.
nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making
Oh
things a
my
little more fun, isn't
God.
it, Stanley? It's your
2
time
minutes
shine.
to live.
You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere
To enjoy
moments
what?
until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that?
Bhutan.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Yeah.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes
This
when I tell it,
instance.
I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Uh-huh.
Other times,
Has that
I let
happened
the office
before?
sink into the
I don't remember
ground,
that.
swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I
Oh.
have to say this though, this version of events
Arson.
has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be
The
even
next go
better.
around.
My goodness, only
Oh.
34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with
Oh.
it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
It doesn't.
Oh,
Are you
dear
sure?
me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have
Watch
no
this.
idea
I
where
can
you're
make your
going or
timer
what
last
you're supposed
longer.
to be doing right?
How's about your precious timer now, narrator? Anyway.
Now, or did
Okay,
you just
well,
assume
okay, I'll
when you
give you
saw the
that.
timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on
Bhutan.
every little thing in this room. These numbered
They're
buttons.
funny.
No, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door.
There's a big red
Everything,
button?
Anything, something
Where?
here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? that this video game can be beaten? One
They make
soul?
funny noises.
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Oh, there's the button. Aw.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
Oh,
This is not a challenge.
yes, I am
It's
such a
test.
threat to you.
You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Would you
Exploding?
cling desperately to
That's
your
a
life, or
one
will
way
you
to
let it
go.
go peacefully? Another choice. Make it
Not like it makes any difference to
Don't.
you.
It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever.
He didn't sound like he was laughing. Oh, is that it? Well, that was interesting. Well, I'm not sure what the hype was about. That was interesting, I guess. I wonder if there's actually a way to not blow up at the end there. But well, I guess we finished the game, so there's not really any point playing it anymore. So, I'll see you guys next stream. Hello, everyone. I'm Izumi, your everyday time traveling rat, and today I'm playing Stanley's Parable. I've heard it's. Wait, it's the Stanley Parable, not Stanley's Parable. Why did I. I literally don't know anything about this game. It was recommended to me by some friends. They said it was like really funny or something. I don't know. It literally just came out today, so let's get started. The end is loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley. Is he flat?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
That's
Employee number
a pretty good
427's
number.
job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came
That sounds
to him
like
through a
fun.
monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I'm happy for him. He has did a good
And
job.
then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been
my
at his
God.
desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one
What?
showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in
Voice
all his
everybody.
years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
That
But
would
as
be
he came to
scary.
his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Huh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, I'm sure that wasn't important. I see. We're just in the void. Is that solitaire? What a mess. I hate Mondays. I hope this isn't a Monday.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
I do hope
doors,
it isn't
he
a
entered
Monday.
the door on his left.
Wait. What did he say? I wasn't paying attention. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Does it? Is this the kind of game that the like choices matter sort of game? Huh. Guys, which way should I go? I'm asking you, chat. I don't remember what he said. Right? Well, okay.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
What?
And Stanley knew it
This was the
perfectly
wrong
well.
way. Why
Perhaps
did
he
you?
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first. Just
How
to
could you do
admire it.
this to me? This is the last time I trust you, chat.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Left this side? This door?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Huh? Why did it cut off there? That's kind of weird. This looks like the painting from Superliminal, kind of. Oh, oops. Oh, oh, I guess
But
we're going
Stanley
down
didn't
here
want to go
now.
back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So
I
now, in order
love
to
getting
get
off
back, he
track.
needed to go
You don't
from
remember?
here it's left.
Is it left?
Oh no, it's to the right. My mistake.
See, you don't even know what you're talking about.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's
Oh,
clearly...
yeah, what were you
Oh
thinking?
dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Yes, yes. Take your time. I'll be here all day.
Let's see. We went down
I
right,
think.
left,
How long have I
down,
been here?
left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Someone left their headlights on. Can I turn these off? They're gonna run their battery down. Oh! What the heck?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a
No?
spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay,
What is this?
Okay, we just have to get
Numbers?
back to who am I
Employee.
kidding?
Wait, are these all of the characters in the game? Are there really this many
How about,
characters?
rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the
Start
beginning.
over.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track.
But
hmm?
I just
Okay,
started.
from the top.
Okay. Sure. Here we are again in the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
possibly
decided to go to the meeting room.
mean?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Doo-dee-doo. Why would they have windows that look into the other part of the office? That doesn't... It's kind of weird. Although I guess they do have... They have so many windows. They have so many windows inside.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
I want to
No,
go through this door.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
Did something
did you
change?
change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No,
Did
I
you
didn't touch
move
anything.
the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Where could it possibly be? This is like the back rooms. Oh. Well, that didn't work. Let's try this door.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story
What,
here
you don't
before.
like infinite
Do we just-
corridors?
Do we need to
Oh.
restart the game again?
Well, again?
Well, I find
Again?
it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better
Yeah,
than
there's
this.
no way
Okay,
that'll
let's
be
give it a
like...
shot. Why not?
Why would you do that? Starting the game over. I've never done that. Like, this is literally my first time playing this game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
I
to
guess
go
it's
to
like
the meeting room.
third
Perhaps he
time
had
this
simply missed a
this
memo.
time, huh? Does this count? Is this like, is it really like... Oh no.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Back here? I don't know, this seems a bit, random. Oh.
Ha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Oh boy.
No, wait. Never
Oh.
mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh, sure. It's gonna be back this way. I'm just gonna keep turning right and we'll end up here.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Not really.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
How did I get in
Oh,
here?
no, I don't.
I
feel
did it.
right
I
about this
won.
at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square.
And you
This
did?
was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Ugh. And keep looping through the same things again. What?
All right, I've got a solution. This time,
Uh-huh.
to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
You forgot to put the trademark on the end. Someone's gonna come in and steal that. Just follow the line. Oh. It is solitaire. Wait, this computer isn't even on. How could this be? It's cursed. B? B isn't a number.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we
Yeah,
implying
it's just
a
about the journey.
such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct
Oops.
of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Of course.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yes, this is adventuring music. Oops, you see that? This is a real adventure now. I'm not going all the way down there.
Wait, cut the music.
What?
Go back
Huh?
and look at that fern.
This one?
Stanley, This fern will be very important later in the story. Make
Oh.
sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Did the line tell you that? Because the line doesn't seem to really care about that fern. Well, I've got it memorized completely. Yes, definitely.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, no, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing
I
a
thought
bell?
we were already in the Stanley Parable. Well, I guess we get to see what these other... What is this doing here? Is there even a door on the other side here? Who knows? Oh,
Oh, no,
here again.
no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after
Yes,
we
thank
trusted
you. Thank you,
after
Meow.
everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
What? Here we are again. Hello, line.
You know what,
What?
Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Are
Why
we?
can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
I like this computer. Climb under the desk.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just
Oh,
me and
yes,
Stanley
thrilling.
forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might
I
be,
think it'll
Stanley,
be corridors
I'm ready
continuously
for it.
turning right, and then left, and then right again, and then there's a big room
Oh,
with...
no, not you again. Stanley,
Oh.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or
What?
monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Well, it's like the time when we're like awkwardly walking home in the same direction, you know. But that was pretty exciting.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Oh,
How important
okay.
we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that
Okay.
each door has to lead somewhere.
Do
Which
they?
means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here.
Speed
And
run
that
door
in turn
circle.
means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another
We gotta
victory
pick
for
the right
logic.
door.
Come, Stanley.
Oh, I'm dizzy now.
Our destiny
This door,
awaits.
right? No? Oh,
Oh, hold up. What's this?
huh?
Confusion ending.
Oh
You're
yes,
telling me
it made so much
that's what this
difference.
is? It's all one giant
Let's
ending.
see. Check, check,
And we're
check,
supposed
check,
to restart
check,
the game
check.
eight
check.
times?
Find the
That's
line
really how
again.
all
Find the
this goes?
confusion ending schedule.
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I
Forget?
don't want to forget?
Why would you
My mind
forget
goes
about
blank
restarting the
simply because it's
game?
written here on this thing wall.
That doesn't sound very
Well, who consulted me? Why
intuitive.
don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it
I want to
really...
go to a bookstore.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I
And I
won't
die at the
restart
end.
the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
Oh,
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I'm confused.
So, okay. I guess now let's wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now.
I mean, we were on a
Find out,
journey for a
won't we?
while.
Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh. Did he die? Huh. So this is... Did he forget? Are we gonna go to the bookstore now?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh yeah, I can actually go the right way this time. Chad, you told me to go right. I was supposed to go left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I love flowcharts. This is some good advice. Wow. I'm the most unique. Sure are some charts. Wow. Look at all those slides and charts. Ooh. I don't have a boss. Well, actually, I guess I do. Are we gonna go see him now?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
Well, there's
so
a
he turned
broom in
around
here.
and got back on track.
Can I take the broom?
There was
Oops.
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I mean, it's not empty.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
Oh,
his boss's
upstairs.
office.
Beautiful.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could
Wait.
it mean, he wondered? Desperate for answers,
I've seen this
he began
before.
turning the
I'm
room over,
sure
looking
I've
for
seen this
clues
before.
that might unravel the situation. Until at last, he discovered
Oh.
a keypad behind the boss's desk.
Yeah, the
But
keypad.
alas, no code. For this keypad guarded the
What
terrible
was the
secret
code?
that lay buried
2,
below his feet. And so the
8,
boss had assigned
4,
it an extra
5.
secret. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety
That was a
isn't
guess.
healthy.
Just a random
So
guess.
He relaxed for a few
I
moments
know.
with some calming new age music.
Oh, can I play some accompaniment? Thank you.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the
Whoa.
opened passageway.
A big door. This kind of looks like Portal. With like, yeah, like these panels. And an elevator. Are we going to the test chambers now? It looks even more like Portal.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
Light is
door
on.
that read Mind Control
Call
Facility.
extension. Was there a phone here? Mind control. No, I don't want to be mind controlled. Let's get the heck out of here.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall,
Did you already
Stanley
forget?
would meet his
We were
violent
trying to
death.
find the story. Escape sounds like a fun
The
story.
door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Well, I've already come this far.
At this point, Stanley was
I just
making a
gotta
conscious,
stop.
concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Death isn't that bad. Look at this ominous red hole. Whee! Going to die? No, it's a loading screen. The end is loading. Stanley's end is loading, if the narrator is to be believed. Doop-de-doo.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his
Ooh,
demise, he reflected
it's a
that his
smushing
life had been
machine.
of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Bye-bye. Oh,
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
the
In
narrator.
a single visceral instant,
is
Stanley
being narrated.
was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh. I'm dead? The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office,
game?
as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do
It's
you
your
see now?
office.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Stanley didn't hit start. Stanley isn't real. Stanley is a video game character. The two doors. Beautiful. It's true. Stanley isn't real. I don't even know if Stanley is real. Button. Okay, Stanley, are you offended? I'll take his silence as a no. See? Huh? Oh. Hi, Maddie. Thank you for the follow. Hello, hello. I'm playing the Stanley Parable. This is my first time playing it. Have we ever been here? I don't recognize most of these places. Ultra Deluxe. Warzone. Yep. Yeah, this is the remake, I guess. I don't know. I literally don't know anything about this game. If what I have said in the past is to be believed, anyways. Are you a rock? Yes. I see. Well, I got the confusion ending. I'm not really sure what other endings there even are. So, apartment. Hello. Hello. The meeting room. Oh. Oh yeah, this is where we went to the confusion ending. Yeah. I remember that. The simplest version. Yeah, don't overcomplicate this. The most important choice. Levers. Zending. Huh. Teeny tiny buttons. Yeah, that does sound a bit frustrating. Huh. Now that looks a lot like Portal. Except without the catwalks. The countdown ending. Countdown? Freedom? Huh? Huh? What was that? Monitor room. I want to go there. Huh? What do you... Stop doing that. Freedom. That looks nice. Office clock. Oh, I see. We're back here. The boss's office. Underground. Maybe I should have gone to the mind control facility. Oh well.
Surprise party for him for all his button pushing. Does that sound plausible to you? Nothing there.
Oh my god.
Shoot. Well, try the other one then.
Outtakes.
Let's see. Stanley walked through the green door.
Green door? I want to go through the green door.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room? Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of
Isn't that
course,
your job?
being you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just gonna make this easy on you.
That's cute. Well, let's see. I went this way. I don't think we went over here yet. 'Cause that's, yeah, that's the exit. Oh, I guess this is like the office from the beginning. Oh, speaking of the office. Wow. Game development. And I already went down there, yeah. Okay, let's get the heck out of here. Can we finally win the game?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to
Destroy.
control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Free? No, I just want to have fun. Oh,
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
oh, here
You
again.
can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
No,
As
that's
long as
not
you
be.
move
That's
forward,
not
you'll be
winning.
walking someone else's path. Stop now, and it'll be your only true choice.
I'm not looking for
Don't
choice.
choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let.
That it? That's all you have to say? Yeah, this loading. That's it? That's the game? The game is telling me to quit it? Well, okay, I guess. Sure, I'll make a choice. And that's the game. That was fun. That was interesting seeing all of the the game development stuff. Although there's a lot of stuff in here that I guess was cut. But well, I guess that's the end of it. I'm sure. Well, it was a weird ending, but yeah, that's I think that's yeah, I'm fine with that. I think I'm gonna call it there today. That was a fun stream. I'll see everyone next stream. Hello, everyone. I'm Izumi. Your usual time traveling rat, and today I'm playing Stanley's Parable. It's a new. Wait, the Stanley Parable. Sorry, why did I think it was Stanley's Parable? The Stanley Parable. Hello, everyone. Some. I literally don't know anything about this game. Some friends recommended it. They said it was like super fun or funny or something. I don't really know. So I picked it up. It literally just came out today. So let's just get started. Yeah, I just started. Hello, everyone.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley. Is he flat?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
That's a pretty good number.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although
That sounds like
others
fun.
might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Aw, I'm happy for him. It's tough to get a
then one
well-paying,
day,
stable
something
job
very
in this
peculiar
economy.
happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Stanley Parable.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had
What
shown
had
up to give
happened?
him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Where is everybody?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh. Huh? Huh?
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Oh, well,
He
that's a
then
weird,
praised the
that's
game
a
for its
weird game.
insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its
Can I get back
examination of
inside?
structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place
It's
to
a bit,
be?
it's a bit
Why
hard
don't
on the
we take a
eyes.
minute just to drink it all in.
I think,
Okay,
I
I'm
think
over
I've
it
seen
now.
everything
What do
there
you
is to
think?
see
Are you
here.
sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want.
Restart the
like
game?
right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit.
Why would I
Any of
quit?
these points and
I've
so
just
many
started. I
more,
literally just
all of
started
them
playing
are
this game.
appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
So they make you restart? That's kind of weird. Well, let's just keep going, I guess.
All of his co-workers, oh please, are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, no.
Achievements? This
I
game has
can't just
achievements?
give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's
Oh,
the kind
there's
of
the
effort that
void
warrants
rarer out
recognition.
there. New content. But I've just started playing. Was this because I went out the window? Is that why you're doing this to me? I'm just gonna follow the regular path.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
His left or my left? I guess it's not that different. Homestuck number. Ha ha ha. Regular
Yet there
endings?
was not a single person here either.
Does the
Feeling
void
of
count
weird
as an ending?
disbelief, Stanley decided to
I
go up to
literally
his boss's office,
played
hoping
this
he
game
might
like
find an answer
5
there.
minutes ago. That's a good flowchart. I love flowcharts. Well, yeah, there's a broom in there. The sign ain't lying.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
Oh,
his
upstairs.
boss's office.
Hello?
Okay, I think...
Huh? Huh? Where did it go? What? Was that supposed to happen? Can I go in the bathroom? This bathroom is very executive. Wait, where's my reflection? Boss? Boss? What? That's funny. Whenever I walk away from the door, it does that. I was supposed to go upstairs, but now there isn't any more upstairs. Downstairs? Another glowy piece of paper? I wonder what those say. Do I take the broom? Charts! Slides! Wow. Beautiful. Narrator? Are you still here? Did narrator Kun die? None of these doors open. Can I go back into my own office? Wait, was this open before? Oh, it's closed now. Uh. You are now leaving. $7.54. Oh, this is the other side of the office. This is the same place. $7.56. This is also the same place. Is it like infinite office buildings? Is it like that one SCP? The staircase one? Up and up and up and up. Oh, Escape pod launch bay. Escape. Escape. Get the heck out of here. Or into... No? Did we escape? Is that it? Did we do it? We did it, I think. We escaped. Maybe? Huh? Wait. I'm confused. I went to heaven? Is this heaven? Is heaven a bunch of buttons? Wow. Look at all these buttons to press. Do they just unpress themselves? They do. Buttons. Buttons. Well, we did it, guys. We ascended. We escaped the game, and now we're in heaven. Wow. Well, I think it's safe to say that there's nothing else left to see in this game. This is as good as it gets. Probably. What do you guys think? Should I keep going? I mean, I don't think I can press all of these buttons. Whoops. Keep clicking outside the game. Push all. No, they just unpress themselves. See? I would if I could, but I can't. What? Oh, okay. Hang on, give me a sec. I gotta check Discord. Buttons. Oh, whoops. I'm just gonna end this stream. Bye bye. Hello, everyone. I'm Ezumi, your everyday time traveling rat, and today I'm playing Stanley's Parable. It's wait, the Stanley Parable. I'm not really sure why I thought it was called Stanley's Parable. I literally don't know anything about this game. Some friends recommended it to me, and so I picked it up, and apparently it's like super funny or something. But yeah, it just came out today, so let's just get started. Oh, hang on, what is? I dropped something on the floor.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay. Huh? I'm in heaven? Is this the Stanley's Parable? He's in heaven? Is this it? Do these do anything? I'm confused. What kind of a parable is this? What? I'm confused. Is this supposed to happen? Chat, what is this supposed to happen? Did I break the game or something? You guys don't know either? Have you literally never seen this before? You're terrible at this. Okay. I don't think I can go anywhere. This is too many buttons to press. My hand kind of hurts for some reason. Huh. I guess I'll just start over. Loading. Come on. Okay.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it.
What?
If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What? Stanley? What? Do you have a stalker? Oh god, I better keep closing these doors behind me. Okay, keep going.
Oh, new content?
Huh?
What does that mean, new content?
New content? Is this about the person who's following me? Huh? Wait. Oh. Okay.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Wow.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Wow.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Uh-huh. But what is the Stanley Parable?
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Is this like
So far, it's an
the normal game?
Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Is this an elevator? This doesn't look like an elevator.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or, oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Uh-huh. Here we go.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Well, let's just hope that guy can't follow us in here.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, cool, I jumped. Moving on.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
What?
It's just elevators and jumping. Is
What's
there
wrong with
some
elevators and
exciting
jumping?
content? If this is new
I love
content, then I
elevators.
could just read you the
And
whole
jumping
dictionary.
is...
There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
This seems dangerous. Hooray!
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stan, this is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar.
Is this
And don't
supposed
get
to
me
be a
started on the level
commentary?
of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the games are cheap, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Me too.
It's
I'll
my
tell them
fault,
they did a
Stanley.
great job.
I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're
Expectations?
still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
That sounds like
No
a good
frills,
idea.
No gimmicks.
Like, what's
Just
that
you and me
regular
having a great time
story?
together like always. What do you
Do I have
say,
do I have to restart? Can you do it? Okay, you're gonna restart for me. Okay. Um This doesn't look like the place I was before. All the doors are just as locked, though.
Psst. Stanley, come
What?
over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Yeah? What is it? Is this where the Stanley Parable is? Oh, that was quick. Another loading screen.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got
No.
me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something
I mean-
special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've
Wow.
been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
In 2013?
You see,
Ah,
Stanley, doesn't the
2013.
Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back
No.
then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Stanley Parable. Rip in pieces the Stanley Parable. Is this the first dollar you made making it? Unachievable. Go outside. Oh. I'll have to get that one someday. New York Times. Wow, new video game. Incredible.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James
Wow.
Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where
And
so
James
many
Sterling.
games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever
Every
created.
game.
That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It
But I
was
don't
all
want
of
every
them.
game.
And
I want the
now
Stanley
it's
Parable.
nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
Oh.
It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
An hour? That was like 10 minutes. The tasteful nostalgic. It was good. Was it? Minecraft? The original remake. Remake? That's ominous. The Stanley's Parable. Car? A picture of a computer screen? The end is never the end.
Here's another moving passage, this time
Source.
from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable,
9 out of
surprising, and
10.
rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need
Preparing
new
snake
content.
oil salesman.
It just
routine.
needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
There's something in the way here.
a simpler time, Stanley. But I
Have I?
wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Have I been here before? I feel like I'm beginning to remember
Wait.
something.
Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Is this...
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't
Steam
looked at these in
reviews.
years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Oh, I bet everybody
Surely these
loved it.
reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Of course they were. See?
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion.
They
The
loved
narrator
it.
is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! Be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
What a glowing review. It's too bad that that one's all blurry.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't
Is
know
there a
how
difference?
much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
It is.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel
What a waste of him.
like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
It's only a game.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded
I
explanations.
thought it was pretty
of
well
what's happened.
paced.
I wish there was a skip button.
I mean, there is. You just keep walking.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
Why would
What
I?
if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record? Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my
Oh.
motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley.
Anything.
Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Is that it?
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm
I
very
don't mind.
proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable journey, and it goes something like this.
Like this.
The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which
I
time
see.
everything all at once. So, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, no, until 245.
How
But the logic of
insightful.
elimination working backwards,
Yes.
the deduction therefore
Yes.
becomes impossible
I
to
understand.
manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until
Oh,
the
is it
end
looping?
of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah
Was
blah
this
blah
like-
blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much, and it can't be just yet. No, no, until.
Okay, okay, I'll use your
245.
silly
But the
button.
logic of elimination working.
There you go.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourish and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course,
I
I
see.
happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations.
It was,
Not that,
for
of course, you need a description
what I
of
heard of
but
it.
if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise, or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time.
Wow.
By virtue of the fact
Consequences
that you both are
exist?
and are not making them.
No
Okay,
way.
at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But
feel
wouldn't you
that.
say that manifesto just has a much grander sort
Yeah,
of...
it has
a
some
mouthful
negative
that is rich with ambition
connotations.
and history. Ambitious
I don't know
history,
about
if you
that
will.
one.
See, now you've got me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all... Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently.
Do you
I'm
just
going to
report
say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other.
That
In
sounds
which
like a
case,
good
the word
idea.
I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley.
Mhm,
It's
mhm,
rescued me from
mhm.
disaster in countless situations. All right.
It's like flipping a
here we
coin.
go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Well,
Treatise,
let's just see what he
manifesto.
decides.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over.
What-
Ooh,
what
I
did
can't
you
wait to see
decide?
what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review. or
Well,
at
I mean,
least
it's
change
not
some
in
of
the
wording,
other in
perhaps.
that
To be
game.
honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
I think you
guess
can
I
edit.
should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature.
Well, you don't
to make
have
it
to.
possible
You don't have
edit
to.
one's
You
review,
can already
merely
edit.
because of this very
fine.
situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely.
Mhm,
Or
mhm.
perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their
Oh,
review,
yes. We
so
need
that the
to,
feature is not widely abused.
one
Look,
time
I would
thing.
even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
Yeah? Is that it? Narrator? Did you run out of words to say? I can wait.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's
Well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know it's
You
shocking. but
stopped
at any
talking
rate,
before.
I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Yeah.
Where did the door
Yeah, I was
go?
wondering that too.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Can you spawn a new one
I
in?
feel quite certain that there was,
Yeah, it was
one
right here.
before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window, or something like... Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from
Yes,
the
I
skip
would like
button to
that.
go
Can we go
anywhere
somewhere
other
else?
than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all.
I
I'm
don't know if
asking
I
you to
can
work
do
with me
that.
here.
My walking
We
speed
need a
is
door.
not
We need a door of some
particularly...
kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise.
Okay, I'll be waiting
You
here.
just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
I'm sure it can't be too hard to find a door. Well, while he's looking, I am going to be right back. I'm going to take care of something very important. There's been some weird readings I've been noticing around here lately. I'm not quite sure what it's about, but I'm sure it's not that important. I'm just gonna be right back. Real quick. Hello, everyone. I'm Izumi, your social time traveling rat, and today we're what is this? I was gonna play Stanley's Parable today, but it looks like someone's already in the middle of something here. What is this? skip, fast forward.
Stanley, please
Who's
don't
Stanley?
push the button again. It's been 12
Again?
hours.
Okay.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle.
Door?
I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times.
Walls?
And there's no door.
There's no door.
There's no
How are we
door.
supposed to get
There's
out?
just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
You
I
can't.
can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it.
Really?
And I have to believe. I have to
Who
know
are you?
that
Where are
sooner
you?
or later,
Can
no
you come
matter
in here?
how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feed. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why
Problem?
did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to
Who?
me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury.
Well, it sounds like they said some pretty nasty stuff about you, so...
If only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone.
Is there
And I
any?
have
Isn't there
the
anyone
power to
else out
prevent
there?
all from happening. If only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone.
I
Surely
mean-
you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again. Leave
Of course
me
I will.
here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my
Hello?
howls of
Are you
fitful
listening to
anxiety,
me?
that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, I know you.
Does it really make that much a
You'll
difference
be
whether I'm
leaving,
frozen
oh
or
my
not?
God. And it's all because
Doesn't
of
sound
those
like you're listening to me at
those
all.
reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore
Reviews?
the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine.
Are you
I have
just-
no
are you
idea
looping
who
again?
they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness, I have someone to talk to again.
How long has it
Stanley,
been?
I think it's been a week.
Only a week?
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with.
I
And you
mean,
think that that's
does it
just
really make a
how it's
difference whether
always
I'm
been?
here or not? You can just
Me
talk to
talking
yourself.
And you saying nothing.
Yeah.
Don't you think that it's exactly the same as always?
Yeah.
Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking?
Yep.
But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all.
No, I
It
think
isn't
that's just
even
what you
close,
think.
Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button.
Then don't
That's
look.
What I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the
Needed to be
vessel I
heard.
needed, Stanley, not the
Well, what if I
outcomes of
cover
the
my
story.
ears? La
None
la
of
la
that
la la.
matters
I
anymore.
cannot
I'll
hear
give
you.
it
It
all
doesn't
up.
make any
I'll give up
difference.
every branching
It
path.
doesn't
I'll
matter if you
burn
can
my
hear me or
story to the
not.
ground. One single
Wait.
thing
No,
I
you
need,
can't hear
and
me.
God, I
I
can
don't
see
even know
now
who
that
you
I
are.
need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words
someone
that
is
I'm
watching,
saying, I need
that
to
someone
know
is
you can
listening.
hear me. Because maybe,
That's the
Stanley,
most
maybe
important
if
part.
you can hear
Can you
me,
find somewhere else to
then
do this?
maybe it means I'm real.
You're not.
Maybe I'm not just
You're
a
not
fiction.
real.
Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by
We've
it.
been talking this
I
entire
can't
time.
be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those
need-
moments, the
need
emptiness
some
folds
friends.
itself outward in between the two of us. And I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world.
I'm so
again,
sorry.
And I've cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
For you? Sure. A minute of silence. Nothing more, nothing less. Until we next meet.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had
Are you
time
okay?
to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley.
Regret over what?
Days,
Coming here?
months. I lost it all
Putting a
in
button
the
in
blur
here?
of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being.
We're at it. We're so simple.
The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If
Eternity
I
is a
can
long
only
time.
do this,
It sure
only
is.
this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
We shall see. We shall see. I know someone who went through something similar to you. But they came out the other end of it, alright? I'm sure these walls will crumble eventually. And maybe we'll be able to go somewhere else. But sadly, I don't think I'll be able to be there with you. This room really is durable, isn't it? Yes, yes, I know I need to change the batteries. I don't have any batteries, sorry.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to
Oh,
have a
you're
point.
still stuck
it was
on
meant
that?
to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all...
Are you still here? The room is. Is this the whole Stanley parable? Is this Stanley's parable?
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is
Oh,
never
you
the
read that.
end, is never the 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 end, is...
This really is a durable room. Not even the posts have oxidized. Ah, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, okay. A little further, a little further. Yes. Progress. The fence is falling. This fell over. Maybe I'll be able to actually go somewhere. Although I'm not sure our friend will be able to join us. I can't say I expected this corner to be the one that fell. Oh. Well, I suppose the world was not ready for that. Is this it? Has time run out? Is it finally over? Maybe those reviews weren't that important after all. What do you think? Oh, come on. What's this?
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This
All
is
alone?
great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Hooray!
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Nice. Never liked those guys anyway, I guess. Oh. Hello, mangy. There's more? New content? I mean, I don't even know what the main story is about, but I guess we'll see what else
Oh, good. You
else
noticed my
the game
slide.
has to
Yes,
offer.
I have something very exciting to show you.
Oh boy. Here we go. Yes, we just have a little pear box as a treat. Just a little recursion. Just for fun, just to spice things up a bit. Hmm?
You
Oh,
see, Stanley,
is this an
I've been
elevator?
reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was
Yeah, it was just like this
and
one
any new
room.
content for it should live
Right?
up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I
Oh?
say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Wow, I haven't even played the first one yet.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
It could be
This
anything.
is what fans have truly been asking for.
Wow. Is that why you're doing this? For the fans? Why not just make it for yourself?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Oh, franchising potential, yes. The most important part of any video game. 2 doors. New content. Part 2. Uh-huh. More charts. A lot of 2s. I like 2. E. Oh, there's the... I feel like I've seen this before. Why do I... Huh. Thanks for attending my meeting. Here's some logos. Why does the 2 have to be bright red? It makes me think of Mirror's Edge.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Magic. Magic will happen. The show floor. New features. Oh boy. New content. Can I get on the bus? There aren't very many people here waiting for the new content. The new features. Uh-huh.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear my name in the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Wow, I can't wait. This sounds like a fantastic feature.
Jim.
Sorry,
Wow.
I haven't clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
Wow,
Of course, in
that's
the
my
final
name.
game, this button will say
It's
your name, whatever name that is.
not my name, actually,
Here,
but,
let's have you role play as Jim to really
Oh, yes.
simulate the
Oh,
full experience
yes,
of
I
this
am
feature.
Jim.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind.
I'm already
forget
ready.
whoever
I'm
you
Jim.
are,
I'm
and
Jim.
simply become a person named Jim.
I'm Jim.
I want you to imagine
Yes.
yourself.
Jim.
Whoa,
I'm Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
But-
if you don't
but-
properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's just a stupid
Okay,
button
okay,
that
I
says somebody
understand.
else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
Okay.
Now, allow yourself to
Yes.
become Jim.
I'm Jim.
Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and
I
horror
feel
movie
it.
sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim,
Oh.
rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as
Wait,
Jim.
but
Do you feel it in your soul?
if
Are
I'm
you
dead, how
really,
can I press the
truly
button?
Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
But I'm dead. I've died. What? How am I supposed to press the button?
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
It's me.
Jim.
It hits
I'm
even
Jim.
harder the second. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim.
Jim.
I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise,
Jim.
soon you'll start to
Jim.
lose all sense of who you
Jim.
actually are.
Jim.
Who's Jim? What was I doing in here again? I feel like it's been a lifetime since I entered this room. I did hear Jim in the game.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Merch? Wow. The infinite hole.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm
Balloons?
undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday.
Let's do
Which would you
both.
go with?
Both. Huh? Oh, can I not press both? Happy 12th birthday, Stepnies. I like the color of these, but I like the sentiment of this one. This one is a tough choice. I think it's gonna have to be these.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Yep.
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece it is.
Wow, they're beautiful. Incredible.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
The
You know
jump
what,
circle
Stanley?
again?
I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like
Well,
to hang
I
on to that
jumped.
for the sequel.
Wow. E. Oh yeah, there's the exit. Okay. Collectibles.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Wow. Beautiful.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it.
Right?
Absolutely tragic.
Achievements. I love achievements.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you.
Oh
It's as
yes, I'm
simple
sure
as
it'll
that.
work exactly like that.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not
Aw.
a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
This is so sad. I can't believe it didn't work exactly like he said it would. I'm so betrayed.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
What's this? Oh. Hole. Infinite hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
Holy moly.
This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Truly? Forever? Hooray!
You see, isn't it wonderful?
Yeah,
One of
this
my
is
more
great.
ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
Don't you
Now
wish
then,
you'd had this
since
hole
you've
back in that
gotten to
other
see
room?
The infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No, I think I'll keep going.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
What? Why? How can I experience the infinite hole if I don't fall for infinite?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
What?
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever.
Meeting
Look,
at
I think
2
the issue here
p.m.
is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
Can I
What
teleport?
normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
I don't
figured
know,
the
it
hole
sounds
was
like
as
it could
deep
be
as
fun.
anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
Yeah.
Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
If that's okay with you.
Then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen everything I want to down here.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Whoops.
For heaven. You see,
Oops.
I was right. The problem is
No,
you.
that was an
The
accident.
problem is that you like holes too much.
No, it was an accident. I slipped.
Would have said, yep,
Let
that's
me
an
out.
infinite hole right there, goes on forever.
No!
Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little
Yeah,
less time in there.
it was a
than you
bit
did
less
before.
infinite
I
that
mean,
time.
Admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you
There
decide
wasn't
you've
anything
had
to do
enough of
here,
the
too.
hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Yes,
Had
yes.
enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have
Don't
so
fall
much
down
more
this
to show you
time.
and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
Well, actually, can I see the bottom? This time? Whoops.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
that was only like 5
I'm
seconds.
starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going
Maybe.
on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Oh, now you.
There it is.
Oh.
The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're
Oh,
obsessed
I
with
can't jump,
holes,
that's
but
right.
at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the it. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the teleport button not working?
Yes, the worst
Sure.
enemy. The
Well, I
chest
mean-
high wall.
I really don't have an explanation. It was still nothing. Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You
Oh.
couldn't bear to be away from the hole.
Okay.
And now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
You can just
Take
do
care,
that?
Stanley. I
That's
hope
a
you and the
first.
hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
You too. Bye. Really, you can't even climb out of this little tiny thing. Well, I guess that's fine. I do wish the ceiling would like go away like it did before. That way we could see what else is out there. Now we can only see this infinite hole. Well, this is wholly unexpected. Ha 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 ha. Hello, Stanley. I can get behind this. Yeah, this seems fitting. Oh my god. Oh, beautiful.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley!
Huh?
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
Oh,
But we can't have
sorry.
that, Stanley,
I was
because this
tired.
role is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the whole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Oh. Okay. Oh, we're back here. Okay.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
That was the hole. It's the circle. Mostly infinite hole.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical. That it
That was a
engendered
complaint?
chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Uh-huh.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Well, I
You
don't
may
need the
even
bucket
come
for
to
that.
long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually
I
redesigning
don't know
the game
about
to be
this.
less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
No, I don't think I want to. I think I'm not sure about this one. I feel like it's fine already. Bucket, just pick. Well, okay. When you put it that way.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
Can
And
I
in
put it
fact,
down yet?
Can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Wow. How reassuring.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Huh? Is someone's phone on? Ah, the baby is all grown up. Wow. Mostly infinite hole. Settings world. What does that mean? Circle, map, achievement, I think we've seen everything. Yeah, well, I think I'm done here. Time to get out of here.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Mm-hmm.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
No.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Beautiful.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Uh-huh. You
Who
need
am I
more
kidding, Stanley?
collectibles.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
They don't have to.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply...
Oh my god.
Well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
You just need the
Let me see if I
impact
can
font.
whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Wow. That's a title screen, I think. With some funky perspective going on here. Well, guys, it's time for the Stanley Parable 2, I think.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where
Wow.
he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job
Look at all
was
those
simple.
balloons.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what
Oh, of
order.
course he doesn't have a
This
mouse.
is what
He just
employee
pressed those
427
buttons.
did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Where could
All of
everybody
his coworkers
possibly
were
be?
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Wow. Oh, okay. These new features are great.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Wait, his left or my left? Guess it doesn't really make that much difference.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Oh, that's a good flowchart. Oh, that sign ain't lying. There's a broom in there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
Oh,
office.
upstairs. Okay. Nice void up there.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point,
yeah,
Stanley was
I
so
quite
absorbed
literally
in the tender spiritual connection
can't
he
put it
shared with the
down,
bucket that he
so-
didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Yeah? Is that it?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs, trying to input anything, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Wow.
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yes.
Was the bucket guiding him?
Bucket
Yes,
knows
This
everything.
is certainly the most logical
I guess.
explanation.
Oh.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You
Hooray.
can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Beautiful.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do
Good
to
night,
keep himself
Mel.
together, if not
Thank
for
you
the
for
bucket.
joining.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I sure am glad there's this bucket here now. I'm not sure I would
Stanley
have
and the
been able
bucket
to
walked
do this
straight ahead through
otherwise.
the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Bhutan.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Not the bucket. Well, there's me. Oh, I'm right there.
Was the bucket
Yes,
under the
Bhutan.
mind control facility's influence as well?
I don't know
Had
about
the
that
bucket
one.
been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He
Never.
squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
I can't
At
believe this
point,
is a
he
3-player
could trust
game now.
No one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
Turn off. Once and for all. Nobody shall control me or
Stanley
Stanley
and the bucket
or the
waited in
bucket,
darkness.
I guess.
Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
Great
Both of them wanted to begin
aspirations.
watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
I see.
True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and What? Wait.
Huh?
What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Oh my god.
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty. Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
No.
Go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Well, that was disappointing. That's it? That's the end of the game? Well, that was interesting. I guess that's the end of the game. So I'll just end the stream here. That was fun. Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say about it. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.